cookery programme, based on dishes from each country visited, was the idea of the producer with whom we worked on these pilots. We added some chat about customs associated with food. We actually filmed the 30-minute pilot in a working restaurant in Poznan, and the following clips are taken from that programme. I have selected mainly the parts featuring my efforts purely because this is my CV.
What we're going to do is we're going to cook 5 dishes for you. 2 of them will show you a little bit about family life in Poland. They're the sort of dishes that you might well find on the family table. Might show you a little bit about how people ate when food was scarcer than it is now. The other 2 dishes will come from the restaurant here, and the 5th dish is, let's just call it interesting, shall we? We'll start with the starter. We'll do 2 main dishes and 2 desserts, because I'm a sweet person, you know. I am. Don't upset an artist. Yeah. Got some cold water, to which you add these vegetables. Thank you very much. And then you add these bits of duck. Very pleasant. Not for the duck, but there we are. As Ev's run out of stories, and as I know you want to believe that this is a real cookery programme, I shall say the immortal words, here's one I did earlier. What you do with that is you then sieve it. Oops, can you hold the sieve for me? Thank you. Drain that through. Add the bits of dried fruit that you've cut earlier. Now, these dumplings are very popular in Poland and a little bit like Yorkshire pudding in England. They fill you up, and as a result of that you need less of the more expensive courses like meat. To make the dumplings, first I need to make this yeast mix and leave that in a warm place until it's 3 times the size. You probably guessed that yeast is very much the Viagra of cooking. Right, now we come to the veal. With the veal, you first cut it into strips, which I've already had done. Then you tenderize it, which involves hitting it with this heavy hammer. Why beating the living daylights out of a piece of meat is called tenderizing, I am not quite sure, but that's how it goes. Now I'm going to do a second one, because we're going to have a bit of a competition here. And Ed's going to come and join me, and we're going to see who can make the best roulade. 4 ingredients to these. And we're going to do a little experiment here, young lady, because we're going to have 1 each, and you add onion, bread, cucumber and bacon, oh, and some garlic, and then you fold it.
And before you put some mustard.
And before you put some mustard, thank you. I knew you were helping me for a reason. Go on, you have a go with yours.
Oh.
I don't particularly like the cucumber, so we won't have much of that. The bread looks quite nice. A few bits of bacon. Scatter in a bit of onion, and especially for the French amongst you, I'll put in a fair amount of garlic. May not be so good for me, but there we are. So then we come to fold it. Ha ha ha. And fold it and roll it like that. What's yours look like? Oh, well, mine's bigger than yours, but I don't know what that means. Now, if you're not an expert, and you'd never guess from this, then what you sometimes do is tie it with some thread. Are you going to tie yours with thread?
Thread.
Good. That's it. The only thing you have to remember is to take the thread off afterwards. Otherwise, you eat all your meal and you find a little bit of thread hanging out of your mouth, and you pull it off, and the whole meal comes back. Of oil. And then, did you notice how we swapped over there? That's sheer poetry in motion. Partnership at its best. Keep mixing, keep adding. That's okay for a moment. Add it, add it, add it. And this as you know, is going to be the dumplings. Oh, go on.
No.
You're enjoying it. The yeast mixture with the flour has now risen to 3 times its size, and now is the time that you start to make it into balls. However, I should warn you that it's very sticky, and what you do first is you rub your hands in flour so that it doesn't stick to them.
Thanks.
That's a pleasure. It still sticks to them anyway. But basically, you make it into a ball, and put that on the tray, and I think I have a bit more flour on my hands. Ev, meanwhile, has gone off to wash her hands, and while I'm doing all this, we'll let you see a few more of the dishes that we found in Polish homes. Yeah. Fight me if you will. Fight me, I don't care.
I have 2 more traditions with fish.
Go on, tell everybody while I put some more flour on this cup.
Okay, when you clean the fish, don't throw away the scales. Put it into the water, then it will bring wealth.
Into the wallet for wealth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is you can put it into the red sack.
Red.
Yes, has to be red.
Yeah.
And you can hang it on the doors, and it will bring love.
And thousands of cats, I should think. And then you add, guess what? Vodka. It's actually Advocar vodka, but by now, who cares? So you've added that, mix that in, a little more mixing, and then, carefully, you pour this onto the plate, just so it reaches the first rim, and then you add some of the strawberries that are left, if there are any. What's wrong way up?
It's okay.
You don't look pretty. We'll do just that. First thing you do is separate 4 eggs. Ha. I will do that, but when I've separated them, you can whip the whites, because I know that you like doing that. Wait. It's 4 eggs. I just look as though I'm quick. Okay, so when you've finished, that goes in the oven at about 180 degrees centigrade for 40 minutes or so. And so as we can finish exactly the way that we started, here's one we made earlier. And here, on a very hot plate, are the strawberries. We thought we'd like to finish by looking at an unusual drink that we found in the country we visited.
We deserved it.
We certainly do. This one is called Mad Dog, and you'll find out pretty soon why it's mad, although I'm not quite sure where the dog comes in.
You put some juice, vodka, now I will add some spiritus, and we are lucky, it's 95%. Usually it's 90.
I'd just like to tell you that it's probably best if you don't try this at home. Just give that a quick clean round there, because the next thing you do is, and I'd just like to say goodbye to my friends now, is you set fire to it. Then, very quickly, put your hand over the top, which seals the glass to your hand, shake it up, peel off your hand, leaving a small layer of skin, and down it in one. It's good.
And mine?
Oh, you do yours.
I'm scared you have one more hand.
I have one more hand. Second go. Set fire to it. And down in one. Nearly. Now, stand up straight, and say goodbye.
Goodbye.
So, till the next time, if there is a next time, goodbye.
Just to finish it off, Bażanciarnia's restaurant manager and our cameraman decided to have a go as well, but I would add some Tabasco to their drink.
Yeah. Zachodzi. Cheers. Delicious.
To some starters we found as we ate our way across Poland.
No, I haven't finished.
Why?
Here's one we did earlier. Take it from the heat, sieve it, then add some dried fruit.
Oh.
But also, I have noticed we need... we need these to be
I would get it from...
Okay, 20 minutes later, and now we come to the gory bit.
About blood, you have to say about blood.
Oh yes, sorry, my fault. Right, now these dumplings are like telephones. They surprise you.
Tabasco juice. And now...
Is you set fire to it. Then very quickly put your hand over the top, which puts...
You didn't.
Okay, no problem.
Put your hand over the top, which puts out the flame.